Hopefully that junk don't buffer. Serving the people, yeah. Hopefully this junk ain't buffering now, man.
I don't really do this, but
She's focused. What up?
What up, Focus?
Warley SF, what's going on?
What up? That's a long name, but what's
Phil. Buzz Nog in the building.
What's going on?
Man, we chilling.
Phil?
Nah, Phil.
What up, Big Phil?
It's the app company, man. The app company.
Okay.
We out here. Representing. Boom, boom, boom.
We in these Insta We in these Insta streets.
Right. Yeah, man. I had to cut on that goddamn Wi-Fi, man. I wonder what the heck was going on.
Insta streets. There we go.
Insta streets. Reese, is it buffering now, Reese? Let me know. I had to cut on the Wi-Fi. I guess there's too many trees, too much oxygen around me.
Stop it. Stop it, Ray. Stop while you're in here. I'm gonna rebuke you.
guys are insane.
Right. I'm gonna rebuke you the way
Insane with the membrane.
What?
Mm-hmm.
She said that just so calmly. Insane with the membrane. I love it.
Whose song was that? Insane Clown Posse.
Ice Cube?
Yeah, I did just crack myself up.
Cypress Hill?
Serving the people. Nice moments. Been hanging with Bob Marley today? Yeah, I have. Boy Blue, what up, Boy Blue? We ain't seen you in a minute, dog. What's going on, bruh?
You my boy, Blue. You my boy.
That man be having some special commentary. A couple more. What's going on, Mr. Riles? How you doing?
Oh, Blue was showing out a couple of weeks ago. I remember Blue. Yeah,
Boy Blue. Yeah, that boy, he need a TV show.
Boy Blue. Blue was keeping it at 100.
That joker got some commentary.
Blue was keeping 125.3% that night. I remember that episode.
Mr. Sliced Bread. Or Mrs. I don't know what that say. Mr. Sliced Bread. Hey, man, jokers be out here butchering the Instagram now. I mean.
At this point, you have to be very creative because there's millions, maybe billions on these sites with all these names.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Boy like Blue talking about some stay inspirational, Ray. Keep up the good music. Oh, man, I appreciate that, War. I appreciate that, Warley. For real, I appreciate that. J Hard 3N88, what's going on? BZNT 562, what's going on? Yeah, this joker Boy Blue. Boy Blue talking about some 100 raw uncut.
Oh shit, there you go.
You done started, man. We ain't even.
That's that guy. He's in the. Hey, I'm gonna sign somebody. No disrespect to anybody from New York in the group or from up north, but I'm from Florida. And it's like every time I hear somebody from up top, they be like, yo, what's good, son? Yo, that's your mans. That's your boy.
That's your mans. That's your boy.
That's your boy.
Nikki, Tony, and boom. What going on, boom? What are you working on right now?
He dropping bombs like DJ Clue in the podcast. I ain't mad at you, Ray.
Busy, man. What are you working on right now? Oh, man, we just got this podcast going. We about to start in a minute. Boy Blue just said, Mr. Tell your girl she got chronic halitosis. Flanger, what up? Flanger, what up?
What? I can't even spell halitosis. What?
That boy Blue.
That boy Blue.
IZ Hella 68, what going on? Yeah, we about to start in a minute. Waiting for one more person. Man, chilling, Flanger, chilling, man. You know, another episode of the podcast. Been writing like crazy. Playing 2K. Getting cheated on.
Chat room.
Not cheated on, Jesus.
Yeah, man. They be hitting everything. You play on Hall of Fame. Oh, you working on that Airbit. Oh, that what's up, bro. Yeah, I actually know them folks at Airbit, man. They real cool. They flew in from overseas, and I did a commercial with them or some junk. With that boy Epic. Be sure to check out the new Gorillas. Reeks, I will. Indeed, I will. BZNT, the podcast is called Uberwood Podcast, featuring Chrissy Azia, Monster that, and myself.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, so we out here, man. Another episode of Uberwood Podcast. Tonight. We appreciate all y'all coming out, man. Tonight should be a very, very, very good episode. A lot of engagement, man. Just put your comments below, and we're gonna be talking back and forth. It's a big old community of engagement. So, Monts, Christian, how y'all doing today, man? What's going on with y'all?
Everything good, man. Jump in these Insta streets, man, and hopefully another highway or street in Atlanta don't get buckled so we can continue to commute. Everything good, man. We just continue to master that and motivating people motivation.
Oh, that's what's up. King James Worthy, what's going on? Christian, how was your day?
Day? What? Huh? What's that? No, it was good. It was long. Today, it's been. I'm just, the prayer warriors are camped around me and just pushing and pulling me through, but it's all good. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it.
Right. Straight up. Yeah, man, my day went pretty good. I've been back and forth, handling business, man, writing a lot, reading a lot, thinking a lot, So, but everything, more blessings coming on the way. So I can't be mad at it. So tonight we are talking about what are you feeding yourself? Food for thought. Basically, and we ain't talking about food, but just on the tip of what do you feed yourself, what are you watching, what are you reading, what are you engaging with your vices, all that type of stuff, and what are you becoming out of that, or what habits do you see forming out of that, and the type of person that you are, and do you feel like it's actually progressive? So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and start with how we always do. Christian, what are you feeding yourself?
Yeah. Well, currently I'm feeding myself Shonda Rhimes' Year of Yes. And before that, I was reading, and I'm still in the process of reading, a book called The Power of a Praying Wife. Not just because I am a wife, but because a lot of the tips that are in that book really help me to, number one, be more cognizant of my tone, my body language. Y'all know me. Y'all know me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still in the process of being delivered from my facial expressions because, so, it's just, it's very helpful. So that's what I'm feeding myself. Coming off of Lent. So with Lent, I stepped away from a lot of trash TV. Not that I watched a lot of it, but it was still like certain shows, like the K Show. I won't say the name because we're not doing free publicity, but
right.
A lot of shows out there that just, it just didn't do anything for me. It was like, at the end of the day, why am I watching this? Why aren't I spending this time developing? And I'm just ready, I just turned 30. I'm just ready to, reach the next level.
Right. Dope. So Months, what you been feeding yourself lately, man?
Man, I've been feeding myself encouragement, man. I've been feeding myself being uncomfortable. I've been feeding myself just reminding myself of the king that I am. As of late, a lot of obstacles been popping up, and for me personally, I feel like whenever obstacles are popping up and these just inconvenient situations that really try your patience, I feel like it's a test.
Mm-hmm.
Just to add to my testimony. So I have to keep myself fed in my faith, and I also have to keep pushing myself and reminding myself that this is just a short period of time. It's just a test, to pass this test, and to be prepared for whatever blessings and lessons that are coming through the situation. So for me, just continuing to encourage myself that I am enough, I am more, I have everything I need to not only win, but to conquer and just early defeat whatever I'm dealing with, and just keep pushing forward, because it's so easy to be like, I'm not going to worry about it, or I'll just stop and alter what I'm doing. I'll go this direction instead of keep going through and knocking down that wall so you can ultimately get what's on the other side of that wall that's really for you, as opposed to you taking a shortcut, or just not having the balls or the courage or even the stamina to keep going through with the adversity that you're dealing with. So to answer the question, I just been feeding myself encouragement and just keep pushing forward because my name, my motto is to monster that, to kill that. So that's what I am and that's what I do. So just holding myself accountable for that. Live what I preach.
That's what's up. So we already got the comments coming in, and then I'm gonna tell you what I've been working on. Real Boy Blue said I'm feeding myself positive, spiritual, positive thoughts of progression and success, along with self-esteem boosters. And then J Hard 3 and 88 said I've taken a moment to analyze and check my thoughts. Are they serving me a greater purpose? Or are they holding me back? And where do my thoughts and actions that don't serve me stem from? Hey man, that's important. That's very important. So I mean, lately I would say I've been on like just making sure that my mind is clear, cause I have a thing of always thinking too much. So it's now I'm just coming into that peace and that certain type of focus where everything is long term, you know what I'm saying? And even though it's been that, you always have distractions here and there. So I've been basically like working around all of those things and focusing on just the most important things that I prioritize in my life. So it's basically where I'm at. And yeah, Reese just said I've been analyzing the people in my life and questioning are they good for my personal growth. Okay.
That's real.
Yeah, Flanga said he had to audit his circle. Yeah, hey man, that's real. It's almost like everyone is they're at the point of removing people or making it clear so you ain't got nobody in your way and no distractions around. Is that the point that you feel like everyone is coming to, or y'all feel like, Christian? Uh-oh.
She coming. She right there. I see her.
Yeah, I see her too. She over there chilling. Yeah, I was saying.
What's going on?
No, I said, is that the point? Do you feel like everyone is coming to? Because a lot of these comments are basically talking about like removing certain people from your circle, finding your peace of mind, analyzing others around you. Do you feel like that's where everything is moving now with what's going on in the world and how people are responding on social media and all those things and what's going on? Do you feel like you have to check the people around you even more than before?
When you say check, you mean like do a self-awareness?
Yeah.
Do my own personal inventory?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I kind of have been in that space for a long time now. I guess I'm just getting to a point where I'm realizing that's what was happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's tough. Growing up is tough. I think I was just telling my little sister, growing up is tough. No one's gonna really be there and really hold your hand through this thing. So it's a lot of times where you have to just figure it out on your own and go through a lot of hardship, even in, personal relationships with your friends, even with people that you may work with. And so knowing that now, I definitely have been doing a personal inventory and really have just been seeing like how much, because naturally, because of the kind of person I am, I'm just a giver, right?
Yeah.
But I've learned that everyone does not deserve my energy. Everyone does not deserve that extra TLC that I am known and notorious for giving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been taking inventory of the people around me for a very long time, and I've been very careful and strategic with my movement and my interactions and with my energy, and it's gonna get even tighter going forward.
Right. You've been checking your personal inventory, Monts?
Absolutely, man. I do that on a daily, man. Well, you have to because so much like the true testament of who you are is the company that you keep around you. And one thing that I post a lot on my Instagram page from time to time, at least once or twice a month, is that it's okay to outgrow people.
Yeah.
That's not saying that you're better than those people. It's not saying that that they're not as good as you. But if you have this a direction or a goal or accomplishment that you're trying to get in your life, sometimes you gotta let people go and go about your business. And like you just have to be very careful of who's around you. So for me personally, like people know who those people, and just like for example, like you two guys, we go each other the long way. It's not just because we cool, we friends, but we have this connection that has kept us this strong for all these years, and we don't have to talk to each other every other day, every other year, every other month. But when we connect, it's as if we talked yesterday. and I have that very small, tight circle. But I'm always looking to see, okay, well, some of my friends have outgrown me in certain areas in life, and they've moved on. And I've done the same to some folks in my immediate circle. So, and that's okay. It's a respect. And a lot of times I've had people say, "You've changed," and I'd be like, "You're right." Like it's okay to grow and to change, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're gonna get the same results, and then you're gonna be mad when those around you. You may even start resenting some of your friends or your relationships because you're watching them grow, but you don't know how many scars they have on their knees and how many times they prayed or what work they put in to try to get where they're trying to go. So yeah, man, I'm always looking at my small and big circle and putting myself and other folks in the best position to keep going forward. And if you can't keep up, that's okay. Then just keep going. When you can, then holler at me. Try to work on getting you too.
Right. True story. So, I mean, even on all of that, man, and the way I've kept my circle small, like, it's very important to do a self-check, just like getting a physical every year, or checking yourself. But the first thing I would always say is look in the mirror first before you automatically just looking around and saying who belong and who don't belong. Because if you don't have personal growth, then you won't be in a position to be able to check. It's just like someone, if you don't have the personal growth, you won't be in a position to know when an opportunity is in front of you, and you can miss out on those blessings from those people who could potentially turn into something and bring you a whole lot of value, and vice versa in your world. So it make a whole lot of sense. I mean, that little personal inventory, nice way to put it too, for real. So even on the tip of going back to what you feed in yourself, so now when you surrounded by these people, what are some of the qualities that you look for in them? Not to say that they have to be a certain way, because we ain't in the business of trying to change people, but like, what are some of the qualities that you love about people that's in your circle?
Their resilience. They're not quitters. Like they found a way to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I look for. And they have a very positive outlook on life. Like they always see their cup half full and not half empty. And they're not complainers. Now, we're all human. Like we all complain. Like hell, I complain about something every single day. But that's not the foundation of who they are. Like it's okay to have a weak moment, but they wipe that shit off quick. They don't soak in it, and they keep progressing forward or trying to progress forward. That's what I look for.
What do you look for, Christian?
I think for me, what I look for is movement. Like you're talking, but what happens? What are the actions that are being taken? It's not just about what people say to me. It's about what people do. It's their behavior. The biggest thing for me is, are you kind? Like when I look around, I see people like me that are kind. Doesn't mean I won't get off in somebody's behind if I need to, but naturally, like I'm naturally a kind person. I'm naturally a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an entertaining person. You get what I mean? So I watch people. I watch how they treat others. I watch how they speak to others. I watch just how they even look at people. Like if you just sit in a chair and just watch people, you will see some amazing things.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
People watching is dope. People watching is real dope. Just being observant.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, through people's actions is when you see more. All the time. I know me personally, just checking myself on stuff and watching other people surrounding me. It's like, for a minute, man, I'm over here thinking about four different things. See, I just did it again, and now I done got off because I started thinking about something what you was talking about, Christian. But yeah, man, I think that's important. So on here on the comments, Flanger said some of the things were positive vibes, work ethic, consistency. Reese said knowing better and trying to do better. And yeah. So what's up, Jessica King? What's up, cuz? So yeah, some of the qualities that I like in people, man, I would say you got to be ambitious. You got to be open to perspectives. That don't mean that you have to change your ideals about what you stand for and what foundation ground you stand on, but yeah, I like open-minded people. I like people that are, of course, going back to that special word, efficient.
Yeah. That's your word. Right?
And people who actually care about the world and themselves. I think that that's super important. you know.
Absolutely. I think all of our points that we made in carries weight with all of us individuals. I think the points that we all made are probably would carry the most weight to us individually. But everything that all three of us have said, including the good folks in the chat,
Yeah.
we all look for those things.
That's real. I mean, they all go hand in hand when it comes to success anyway. Like when you get to a certain point, people at certain levels in life or whatever your level is that you call success, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nobody better than nobody, but just on the tip of like what you call success, you're going to see that a lot of people have similar qualities who are successful in life.
Yeah. I think one thing that's kind of interesting is like the word success, because a lot of folks like it's such a thing that's based on perspective. Like you can have somebody who has they have their family, they have their friends, people out love playing pool, they have a stable job, and to them they are successful. They are a success, and it is
right.
And you have somebody that's got the same thing and be like, I'm not successful.
And then I mean, even go to that don't mean that they necessarily haven't done enough to other people who do deem themselves successful. It's just like your point of view of life. If all you want is the white picket fence and a little mutt running around, or a Doberman, or a Doberman, or whatever your favorite puppy is, man, or your fish tank in the crib, your little geckos, and you got a family and you cutting the grass every Saturday morning, and that's your
He said a gecko, Chris.
and that's your way of saying I'm successful. Hey man, that's cool. That's what you like. But shoot, heck yeah, as long as you happy. It's different people got different goals.
People be making life too hard for themselves. But that ain't my business though.
Yeah, definitely. So what else they saying? Serving the people said I encountered thousands of people at work and I always strive to let God's light show through me.
That's perfect.
Real talk. Yeah, and Jessica King said I peep people all the time. Or people peep all the time. Yeah, man, it's important. You got to watch your surroundings, especially today. You don't know what people's intentions are. And then that's another thing, intention versus impact. That's another thing in life of what you feeding yourself. Like when you are interacting with other people and you got communication going on, you got to always know that you can always have the best intentions, but if you go about it a certain way and you don't come across the right way to that person, it can injure them or hurt or harm them more than you could be arguing, well, I was just trying to help you. You got to watch how you talk to people and treat people with a certain amount of respect, and that goes with what Christian was talking about, being kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
like you have to know, you have to understand, and I think that's a big problem in the world today, where like everybody has a different way of receiving information. Like I could say something to you, Ray, I could say the same thing to Christian, and she'd be like, I don't like, what are you saying?
I don't like the look of this.
Exactly. She's like, exactly. So it's like you have to understand that you put things in a way, depending on who you're talking to, the audience that you're talking to, that they can receive what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to think of a rebuttal to argue back at you because they're trying to make a point, but they're not listening. They hear you, but they're not listening to what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean that goes into just, again, what you feeding yourself. If you take time to learn how to communicate with folks, then you will better understand when you are put in those situations, your impact versus your intentions and all of that stuff, and how you come across as a person. And you only learn that by being around people who gonna give you perspective to show you what the hell you doing to other people. Yeah. J Hard 388, appreciate it. J Hard said, great stuff, guys. I love this. Check it out.
That's what's up. Come back next Wednesday. Wait, are they leaving? Or they?
No, I don't think they leaving. But yeah, that's what we working towards.
That quick. My bad.
But yeah, that's what we working towards. You know what I'm saying? Having this podcast, man, and going to greater heights. Right now, I mean, this junk is amazing to me, man. Just to be able to engage with y'all, all three of us engage with all of y'all, and it's back and forth, like right on point, talking back and forth, man. That junk cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
it's really cool that they're interactive.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
what I love.
Real, what's going on? RNG team, what up? Sly, hello. Yeah, so I mean, going into that and feeding yourself. So, name some of the television shows. All the people that's watching, name some of the television shows that y'all watch. And while you doing that on a daily basis, that you just gotta watch it. It may not be good for you, but just name some of the television shows that y'all be watching. So, you said what, Months?
I'll say, Christian, what you be watching?
Okay, so right now, outside of soccer, y'all know my man loves soccer, so I do watch that. It's actually very comical. Like, the commentators, if you've never watched a soccer game, you should really, like, just watch, like, the first couple of minutes of a soccer game. It's quite hilarious. But anywho, so the things that I am watching, my one guilty pleasure is I must watch The Braxtons because I love Tamar. I love Tamar because Tamar is me. She's extra, and I love that extra. But outside of that, I was watching a show called, I can't think. That's how you know I don't really watch TV for real. I can't think of my shows. I'm watching Shots Fired. I'm watching that show because it's really, like, I really appreciate how they're weaving in, like, a lot of the things that are happening right now, and, like, they're bringing light to it, especially when it comes to, like, police brutality.
Yeah.
You know, that low key, like, I love that. A good friend of mine put me onto a documentary show called Vice, where they go around the globe and they touch bases on, like, real issues. Like, so this is, I call it the real CNN. Like, these are the real journalists that are really going out here in the jungles of Nigeria and talking to, Boko Haram.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to talk to these guys, not these play journalists that, you know, are in a secure location, you know, reporting news. Not saying that, you know, it doesn't take work. It does. But y'all get what I'm saying. So that's what I'm watching. Oh, and Anthony Bourdain. I love food, and he's just a trip.
Miles, what you be watching, man?
Man, my lady has me watching, which is kind of dope. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it's this show where they put these regular civilians in the Fulton County Jail here in Atlanta in population, and they're undercover. The inmates don't know that they're regular people who's kind of doing, like, their own little documentary. They have their personal reasons why they're in the jail, but they basically have the whole pod lined up with cameras, and they have interactions, and they're actually acting as if they're an inmate in the system. One lady does it because her man was locked up for like 10 or 15 years or 7 years. Another lady does it because she was a CO. Another lady do it because her boyfriend went through it. She wants to see what it was like. Like, it's all different kind of reasons, or, you know, they was picked on as a child. So let me see if I can make it through this. I can make it through anything. So just watching how they still move drugs and how they whip it and they different stuff inside the jail, like, it's just very interesting. It's like different layers to it. So between that, what else I be watching? I still watch Entourage. I got the whole DVD set. It just put me in the mind frame of, yeah, I really enjoy Entourage. And The Get Down, I watched that like over and over. And Iron Fist, it's a Marvel thing. It's pretty dope. So yeah. Oh, and The Flash. I don't watch TV too much. I'll be on Netflix in and out. That's pretty much what I be watching.
No, okay.
What about you, Ray?
I think I watch a lot of ESPN, man. Sports guy.
Oh yeah.
All day.
Sports. Yeah.
Watch The Get Down, Luke Cage, all the Marvel joints. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, House of Cards. That show's so goddamn crazy.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty straight, man. It's pretty straight. It's ruthless. I enjoy that aspect of it. I would say for me, that's probably about it. And then other than that, I'm just playing 2K17, man. But okay, so I asked all y'all who on here, and some of their answers. Let me see. Yeah, a lot of folks talking about this 60 Days In. Rail said my favorite show, The Wayans Brothers. Flanger said House of Cards, random YouTube tutorials. Serving the People 60 Days In. I watched that too. ENT24 said Free Minded Life Crisis featuring Dalit. Oh, hold on. Flanger said Luke Cage 13 Reasons. Yeah, 13 Reasons is pretty cool. Reason I asked y'all that though is because I'm wondering if are those shows progressive in your life, or what's your reason of watching them? Are they adding to you, or you feel like they taking away from you? Are they feeding you, or is it something just to take time away?
It's just an outlet for me. It's just a mental outlet. Sometimes you can be too focused, like you're saying earlier, Ray. Like sometimes you kind of look at stuff, too long. You kind of get stuck on something.
Yeah.
For me, it's just an outlet to kind of free my mind. I may be paying attention to the content, maybe not. It's not really altering my mind frame. It's just an outlet for me to give myself a mental break from what I'm focused on work wise, from my entrepreneurial things or from my 9 to 5. It's just a little escape real quick to kind of push the refresh button, and then I can come back with an open mind to the things I'm passionate about, and to my 9 to 5 job every single day. Well, 24/7 job because it never closes. But that's why I do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, for me, shoot, I would say, I mean, I wouldn't say that they are helping. I mean, as far as being a songwriter, it's probably helping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see different scenarios, different perspectives and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm not going to hear no song playing no 2K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the shows themselves, sometimes I probably just get ideas and perspective. But I wouldn't say they are adding to me having a intellectual conversation with somebody all the time.
Right. I agree. Same here.
Yeah, so.
Hey, Christy.
Hi, y'all.
What about you?
What would you? How are the shows adding to your life? Are they progressive?
The shows in my life, are they progressive?
Are they adding to your life? Do you feel like they're adding?
Well, it depends on what space I'm in. If I'm in a space where I want to get really people and helping them get their life, then I'll watch Tamar because she's amazing at it. She's a great, tutor, and she's very quick and crafty with her words. Now, if because honestly, and people shake their head or whatever, life is hard, life is heavy. And sometimes you just want to watch something and just laugh. You know what I mean? You just want to have a little comedy. Everything don't have to be so damn deep and heavy all the time. Damn, like every time, brother, you every time I just asked you how the weather was.
Brother Malcolm.
Shakespeare. Like, what? How sway? So, that's why I those. But on the flip side, I like entertainment. So my shows, I think, help me to think, and they also, because I think about this stuff anyway, so it lets me know that I'm not the only one out here thinking like this, and that the people that are in positions to really be crafty and, knit those messages into their shows, into their productions, into their songs, they're out there doing their jobs as well. So for me, that's important because yeah, we, us commenters per se, we can think and have these conversations across lunch or across drinks, but the people that are really in positions to, move and, make these statements, they need to do it. So documentaries are awesome, but as long as we're watching them, as long as we're bringing awareness, and as long as we're using the platforms that are available to us, like this podcast, then, the messages get out there. So yeah, the shows that I watch, whether, I'm being silly or being serious, they do have an impact on me, which is why you have to be very careful how you watch the shows and how much you expose yourself to.
That's real.
That's real, right?
So Reese said, I would say The Walking Dead is educational about human nature and dealing with people when things get desperate. Flanger said he watches stuff because of the things he's witnessed in his life. YouTube tutorials help me with my craft and House of Cards because it's just nice. And
what's a craft?
Producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and Serving the People just said, I watch a lot of reality TV, but I have a degree in sociology, so it aids me in studying people's behaviors in addition to being entertainment. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Reality TV, man, there's just something about it. I'm like, these people are on here with scripts to act a fool. Like, just being behind the scenes on it, knowing what's going on, because I know people who work on sets. It's just like, they set them people up, man. They look a fool on TV.
Yeah. And
it'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's funny you say, like, I've been on a few reality TV shows about 6 years ago, and it's funny because it's the same thing you said. Like, I'm walking in thinking, okay, well, first, I think that back. One of the shows, I didn't even know it was a reality TV show, but they started, like you're saying, setting us up. You stay here, you stay here. And what's going to happen is they're going to walk in and they're going to do this way, so you need this facial reaction. I'm like, then this ain't reality TV. But okay. But a lot of people sell out for a check or just to be in front of the audience. Like, it's rare that you have real reality TV shows. But yeah, it's a whole nother subject. But sometimes I just hate that it gotta be our people acting a fool.
Yeah, I think that's what my problem and issue is a lot of the time, man. Like, it's always like the nut jobs on the black reality TV shows, and I'm just like, man, I can't really support that.
And they don't have no real money either, because see, the white ones be acting up too, but they got a little paper, so it's a little better on their end.
Yep.
Y'all ain't gonna say it, but I will. Carry on.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, that junk real though. Yeah, that junk real though.
Because they be scrapping too. They scrapping. It's just a little different than ours.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, so, well, I mean, with all of that, going back to feeding yourself. So we see now, really, in the grand scheme of things, it's all about how strong your mind is. It really don't matter what you watch a lot of the times, although subconsciously you got to watch how it affects you over time. But I don't think that what people watch really make them. Now, if you lack a good conversation and you watching certain shows and you expose yourself to certain things, then you need to work on that show. That's just my professional opinion. So
yeah, that's real because you can be
believe it or not, these shows can actually come up in regular life conversation too. You never know how social media can, like these ratchet shows, might help you in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know because, of course, you can only speak on what you see and what you watch or in your life. So, but yeah, man, it just gets weird sometimes. Like, even with social media, the attention span of people and what they choose to talk about based off of what they expose themselves to, and they have nothing to offer, Sheldon. And that junk's kind of crazy.
Which is why I love our followers and all the people that support the Uberwood podcast because they stay on for a whole hour.
Right. Like, that's super crazy.
I love y'all for that. Y'all have no idea how much Chrissy and Ray and I appreciate y'all because we like, these are people who get it.
Yeah. That's real. I mean, to even put ourselves out there like this and taking that leap of faith on it, and everybody else, shoot, they doing the same things. Because, I mean, you notice every episode when the engagement goes, we all basically got the same thoughts and patterns going on. And we just bouncing off each other. So it's cool. Yeah. Super cool. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see, Reese just said. And Flanger just said they had the attention span of a goldfish. Yeah, that's true. People do.
Wow.
Dang, that was deep.
That's real.
Hilarious. That was a good one.
But yeah, so man, it comes to those points with what you feeding yourself every day, even with books. Now, some people choose not to read, and that's okay, and some people choose to listen to audiobooks. However you take in information, man, just make sure you taking in some type of information. Make sure you feeding yourself, because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Straight up.
That's how I go.
For real.
You got to put yourself in the best position. I mean, because it's like this day and age, like, Ray, Chris, could y'all imagine what stuff would be like if we had access to information the way we do now back then when we was growing up?
Oh, man.
I would be a lawyer right now.
Oh, shit. Man.
Straight up. And not saying that it's too late, but I would have, it would be Chrissy Azia Esquire.
Boom.
That's my lawyer. Because it's like, I think, and this is kind of maybe going off subject again, but we all come from a different cloth back then. So we had to go about a different way of getting information and processing it and really cherishing it when we did get access to certain things. Nowadays, it's like you can wake up and open up your phone and everything times a million is right at your access, but the sense of entitlement, they don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, like people ask you questions, and I do this a lot. Even some friends, they be like, "Hey, so, where is this so and so located?" I said, "Google it."
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not your Google. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got that many questions, if you always thinking about something or seeking out answers, Google that junk. Every answer you want to find, you either read it or Google it or whatever. But just to sit there and always depend on other people to always give you an answer in life is not the way to go about it.
You would not progress.
And I mean, it makes you look lazy too. It makes you look absolutely lazy.
Right, exactly. Like, have y'all ever had people that was around y'all that did that? Like every time they just ask you 50 million questions all the time about everything.
Yep, it has happened to me.
Google it and then teach me what you learn. Because if you're really looking for knowledge, when you look for one answer, if you're really open-minded enough, you'll end up getting so engulfed and dig so deep. Like, oh snap, okay, I found my answer, but what's this over here? But what's this? But what's that? And you dig so deep to where you almost then to become an expert trying to find one answer, and you learn about a whole world when you dig and peel back the layers. Okay, it's 103 feet deep. Well, why is 103 feet deep? How did it get 103 feet? How long has it been that way? Who did it? Who might not have done it? And you start going in and digging deeper. Man, wow, I get lost in some useless trivia information. I love it.
Yeah, you just be knowing facts that she ain't gonna never say to nobody. Like unless
that's not true though. You just never know when it's gonna come up though.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just pop up randomly, with if the conversation goes there. So I know that happens a lot.
I mean, I was having a one-on-one with my VP just last week, and he was like, "Oh, I just bought a new home," and I was like, "Oh, congratulations!" He was like, "Oh, well, guess what celebrity is my neighbor?" And I'm like, "It's Atlanta," So he's just like, "Oh, well, I'll help you out. It's an Atlanta housewife." You get what I mean? Oh, now I've peeped at the show, so I can now go through my little checklist. This is my VP. So you see what I mean? So now it's like we can talk about this, and then we can talk about a little something,
Yeah, so it's almost like you taking the whole approach of just having that extra knowledge. It's just like having an interview, right? Like if you relate on another level with whoever your interviewer is, or anywhere you are in life, you just relate on another level that'll take the conversation further, and possibly y'all can help each other along down the line on something else. Just because y'all relate so much, you giving people a reason to remember you.
Right.
Yeah. So. But yeah. So today, it's almost 9:00. Before they cut me off again. So yeah, man, there's another episode of the Uberwood podcast, man. We appreciate everyone who tuned in and stuff. Christian, what's your IG handles? What you got going on? What you want to tell the people?
So it's summertime. A lot of people are getting ready to go on spring break, vacations, etc. So definitely reach out to me on IG, Chrissy_Azia, CHRISSY_EZEAH, or you can reach out to me on Facebook, Christian Azia on Facebook.
Boom. I'm over here drinking that IPA. The junk good.
You over here. Delicious. That's my most delicious.
Yeah. So, what's your handle, man? What you got to tell the people?
Man, my handle is Monster That, MONTSTERTHAT. If you're in Atlanta this Sunday at the Atlanta Comedy Theater up in Norcross, my team, the Social Rejects, we have an improv show time, and I would love, if you in the A and if you in this podcast, I would love to meet you guys in person. If you want to get your tickets, go to AtlantaComedyTheater.com and purchase your tickets for Social Rejects, and just come out and have a good time. And if you decide to come out and be like, Uberwood podcast, I'm like, there go my family. Let me go holler at them. Let me go see them. So y'all can have a good time.
Yes, sir. And I am, of course, Ray Fonder, man. Got a new album dropping, Sage and Wealth, on May 1st. Probably drop it early on my app, so everyone who has my app is free. The link is in my bio, along with the subscription to the YouTube channel of all the podcasts, because we recording these joints. Download the app before May 1st. You'll get an early listen on the album and stuff. Again, it's absolutely free. So, link in the bio. So, man, we appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight, man. Another episode. We'll be back next week, man. Y'all have a good night. Hold it down, man. Do something positive and progressive out here. Straight up. All right.
Cinnamon.